I zašto nikad mene ne poslušate kad uradim ovako, nego uvijek čekate njega? To mene zanima. A nisam autoritet, šta? Treba pustim kosu. Prestanem se kupam, šta? Dobro. Vreme je za našeg večerašnjeg gosta. Sa nama je čovjek koji je jako važan ljudima iz moje generacije, nekima malo starijim, ali nažalost malo manje ovim mlađim. I zbog toga je večera sa nama da vam ga preporučimo kao obaveznu muzičku lektiru. Eddie Grant!
Gotcha.
Yeah. Thank you. It is like, you know, it's a special show for me, you know? I mean, when you bring the big people from your childhood, you always feel like a bit, you know.
We were children together.
Oh, yeah, I forgot, sorry. It's my mistake. It's my mistake. Welcome to my show.
Thank you very much.
It's very nice to have you in Belgrade and to have you at my show. You don't have a concert or anything? You just came to visit some friends?
Just came to visit a very good friend of mine for about 40 years or so. And here I am.
Yeah, okay, cool. Thank you. I mean, we are friends for 40 years or something, you know, so it's
Bad boy.
Okay. So how do you feel here? I mean, you always had friendly feelings to Belgrade and to Serbia, Serbian people?
I started coming here when I was quite young. It's been a long time.
You're still young.
Thank you very much. It's very good, very good. I started coming here when I was young. And now that I am a little older, I'm still coming here. So there must be something here that is special to me, because I have the whole world to go to.
Yes.
You understand?
Yeah, I understand.
So when you see me in Belgrade, you know that there is something special here for me.
Yeah.
That's good.
Okay, cool. That's nice to hear. That's nice to hear. Because I do have some information that Gibanica might be that something that brings you to Belgrade. Someone told me, maybe it's not true.
Someone told you about Gibanica.
Yeah.
You can't trust your friends now. I had Gibanica yesterday. 1, 2, 3, 4, I think 6 pieces.
Whoa, nice.
I slept very well last night.
Yeah. You know, I had 2 pieces 2 months ago, and look at my belly. You know, it's unbelievable.
I'm starting to get worried. That's why I'm wearing the jacket.
Yeah, I'll be careful about the buttons. You know, it might get me in my eye. You know,
It's starting,
I don't want that to happen to me.
No, it's starting to happen to me.
Okay. Anyhow, it is obviously that Belgrade and Serbs also have very nice feelings to you, and the entire career was magnificent, and it still is. And I wanted to speak with you a little bit about your career and how did you start to do the music, and we'll see some clips from the past, not so long ago. You look at the clips almost the same like now.
Liar.
Yeah. You know, they pay me to lie famous people in this show, you know.
No, at least you're honest.
Yeah.
Liar.
Let's start now. You know, like, yeah, you come from Guyana, yeah? I'm
Guyana,
yeah?
in South America.
Yeah, and there was a lot of children in the family.
A lot of children.
9?
Well, there were 5 inside.
Yeah, and 4 of them always outside.
You understand?
Yeah, I understand.
You may come from Guyana too.
No, we also lived in a small space, a lot of members of the family, so half of us needs to be outside all the time.
That's
you know?
correct.
We had shifts, you know, so I was outside from 5 to 9, and then my brother goes out. And,
I understand.
yeah, and when the grandpa goes out, he never comes back, you know. It's like...
Granddad was very busy.
It was the Alzheimer. You
yes,
know,
I know.
Okay. And how the first interest for the music came to you?
My dad was a trumpet player.
Oh.
As was I. when I first started playing music. My dad played in one of the famous bands in Guyana, and would come home after playing on a show somewhere, and he'd go to sleep at 3 o'clock in the morning. I would wake up at about 8 o'clock in the morning and decide to take the trumpet out from underneath the bed and
wake up everybody, you know?
Yes. So after I'd done that a few times, my dad says, you know what? I think I better teach you to play so that it would be at least a little more pleasant for me to wake up to. And so he taught me.
And how old were you when you started to learn the trumpet?
Properly, 12 years old.
12 years old.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the other years, I was just messing about.
Just messing about.
Yes.
And do you know that we have great trumpets here in Serbia? In Guča, there is a big festival with trumpets.
No, I don't.
Oh, they make miracles. I think Radomir should bring you there next time. It's August. Yeah, and it's beautiful. And the ladies go naked, you know, because the trumpet, that's what...
I'm going.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I won't lie to you, you know. And did you play trumpet ever after?
I played trumpet from 12 years old to when I started playing guitar with my school orchestra, and we had a little jazz band at the school. And so when we jazz up the hymns and so on, yeah.
You did. And do you play it today?
No.
No.
From the day I picked up the guitar, trumpet
and
was...
when was that day?
I went to London in 1960, and by 1964, I had made a guitar. I made my first guitar.
By yourself?
Yes. Well, with the help of my teacher, because it started to become very fashionable. The early 60s was not so fashionable for guitars. It was jazz and traditional jazz and that sort of thing. So the jazz bands like Kenny Ball, Akka Bilk, these people were very popular in the early part of the 60s. As it came to the middle of the 60s, the guitars started taking over. The Beatles and the Rolling Stones and people like this. And so I really wanted, being a musician now, I really wanted to be in with the boys.
With the boys, yeah. Yes. So that's how it started.
And with the girls, maybe.
Of course, yeah.
Yes.
Did it happen a few times?
No. I wasn't that good.
You wasn't that good,
no.
Yeah. You know, my assistant Bani, you know, the guy here in the white trousers?
Which one is that?
Yeah, mahni čovjeku da zna ko si.
Show yourself.
This one, yeah, it's him, you know.
Hi, Barney.
Yeah. You know, he's almost 40. He's almost 40, and he adores rock and roll. And he has a big wish to meet a woman sometimes in his life, you know.
Oh.
Yeah. So there is hope for him, yeah?
There is a little hope for you. Not much.
Yeah.
You have to get a guitar.
Yeah. So this is the last train, you know.
And then you have to be like Chuck Berry, you know. Yeah.
I want to ask you about London, because the London was really, and maybe it's even today, but today it's very hard to decide. But in 60s and 70s, definitely the music center of the world. And we can say that the rock and roll was there. If you see the Rolling Stones and Beatles are not from London, but they're from Britain. But the South London, where you were, brought the reggae and ska, which
I was North London.
North London.
You're opposite to me tonight. Why are you doing this?
I'm mixing North and South. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But I'll explain you later why.
I understand.
I have an explanation for
I'm
that.
sure you have explanations for everything. Is your wife here tonight?
No, she left me a long time ago. She's not coming to my shows anymore. It's boring to her. But I have her on the picture, see? She was very pretty.
Oh,
I mean, she's still pretty, but she's not mine anymore, you know.
It's all right.
Which makes her a bit uglier, you know.
Oh, I see. Okay. Don't look at me. She's not mine.
Joking. It's okay. It's okay. Tell me, the first band that you were playing in was Equals, yeah?
Absolutely.
And there are a lot of specifics about this band. It was actually the first time that some successful band has a mixture of black and white people. It was kind of not so usual in that time.
That's true. We had in London, in England, only a couple of years before, massive race riots in the streets and what have you. So this was not on the cards at all. They had black artists who had sold records and been successful before, but never a mixture of these young people.
Yeah.
And maybe it was God's will to keep things quiet in England for a while. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That he brought us together, and we jammed and did what other young musicians did, and eventually you had a band that was called The Equals, and the name seemed to sound right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we played the music of James Brown, Otis Redding, Chuck Berry, Wilson Pickett, all of these people, and we also played the music of the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, who was playing Chuck Berry, and eventually I started to write.
But did you, as every guitar player, did you like Hendrix, or did you find him as your idol or something like that?
I was Hendrix's contemporary. You seem to forget. I am a little old, you know. Jimi Hendrix actually came to London when we were in full flow. The Equals were in full flow. If you ever look back on the early Equals shows, you would see me playing and doing all the guitar tricks. They've been as old as time.
Yeah, let's see if you agree. We'll make a short break. We have something with the Equals, so
yes.
let's see, and then we'll continue, because
Okay.
I think I have that moment. You know?
Okay.
This is you, yeah?
That's correct.